and welcome to 8 Tracks, a show where we look at 8 tracks that share one theme. As the show goes on, we want you to listen along with the playlists that are provided in the description, whether that's on Spotify or YouTube, that's up to you. Just as we say track 1, listen to track 1. Or you can listen to them all before. We just want you to have heard the tracks for this. I'm Jamie, as ever, I'm joined by Katie.
Hiya.
This might be the 5th attempt at the intro.
No, it's the 9th.
Ninth?
I've
You
counted.
counted. Oh, good! Yeah, this week's theme is the best of the 2010s.
Yay.
Yeah!
Yeah! Woo! 2010s!
Oh man, look at that mic peak.
Yep, I'm sorry about that.
So
I was asked to provide more energy, and I have never half-arsed anything in my life.
no, you whole arse everything.
Whole arse everything, or no arse none.
None at all.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Okay, let's get on with this.
Aye, we've decided, because it's the end of the decade, let's pick the best tracks to go back and look through.
Caveat here, our favourite.
Yeah, our favourite. Like, not necessarily the best, and there might be more episodes of this.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because there was-
it's subjective.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I had an 83 track playlist that I got down to 4 for
He
this.
read them all to me, and I could have slept.
Or died.
Or die. No, I wasn't going to die.
Fingers crossed.
No, I wasn't going to die.
Well,
Don't wink at me and be like, oh, I can't wait for you to die.
where's
I don't
my
have
head?
any money and you're not fucking getting it.
Ah, that's not what the prenup says. Or your will, I don't know. Patter. Right, so first up is Katie's first pick.
Hello. My first choice for Song of the Decade was England by The National.
Track 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was England by The National.
That was England by The National from the 2010 album,
Oof.
High Violet. So we are literally starting at the absolute
Absolute start
beginning
of the
point.
decade. Well, yeah.
I think it's a beautiful song, and the reason I chose it is because I feel like it's indicative of the I could have chosen something by like Bon Iver or Bright Eyes or like Sufjan Stevens, Grizzly Bear, like something.
Just your sad emo, like,
Yeah, just
indie
my
tunes.
sad indie tunes that I'm really into because like I spent so many years at school being sad and indie.
But you chose The National.
I chose The National.
Not to be confused with the race.
Not to be confused with the National Lottery, the newspaper, or
Oh, yeah, the newspaper.
yeah, the newspaper. Yeah, because when you Google The National, it comes up with the band and then loads of stories about Scottish independence, and I'm like, yeah, that's a vibe. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So anyway, the track.
Yes. No, I think it's really good. I think it's a stunning song for a start. It's from High Violet, like I said.
It's often considered one of their best albums.
It is. Yeah, people really tend to really like The Boxer, and they tend to really like High Violet, and I think High Violet's my favourite National album. I can't put across how beautiful I think that song is. I just think the way the instrumentation works, like it's got that kind of lilting aspect to it, and then it rises at the end.
It builds
and
really
kinda,
nicely, and
yeah.
like the inclusion of like the horns and stuff really kind of
Really
kicks
like
into
the
another
horns.
level. Yeah, it works. It is just a nice song.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just a pretty song, and I actually have it on my wake up playlist.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so like, I've got a playlist that plays off my Alexa. It starts at 6 a.m. to get me out of bed for work, and it runs for like 35 minutes. I can normally sleep through Aretha Franklin, but I don't ever sleep through the National.
Aye, it's only
Which-
horns. It's only
Yeah,
horns.
which is an indictment on Aretha. I'm so sorry, Aretha.
I know, spitting.
You do need your RESPCT,
Aye.
and I will not give it to you. I'm sorry.
I'm not the biggest National fan,
Yeah,
in all honesty.
I
Like,
get that.
I like they're fine. They're just not particularly for me. My dad's really into them.
Yeah.
But yeah, their songs are like I've never found any offense with any of them. If you get what I mean.
They tend to be, you know how you've got these kind of like Marmite bands?
Yeah.
And it's like, you either, bands like Korn, right?
Yeah.
People either love or they fucking hate Korn. But the National are like the most like
I know.
white bread
Peanut
kinda,
butter band.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's just like, oh yeah, if you've got it in the house, I'll take it on bread, no problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they're really, really good at what they do. And like I said, like I could have picked something off a Grizzly Bear album. Definitely could have picked 400 Bright Eyes songs.
No, you
'Cause
love
I
Bright
fucking
Eyes.
love Bright Eyes. I have such a there's a sad little fucking weird emo indie kid in me just being like, Connor best, I love you just at any given ever opportunity.
Yeah.
But like I do feel like the National, especially High Violet, and especially songs like Blood's Blood Buzz, Ohio, which is really hard for me to say for some reason, and England. They're very indicative of the kind of indie music that was around in the kind of early 2010s.
I would say even surpasses that, because that had like a grandiose scale to it.
Totally.
Yeah, the other indie tracks from that era just doesn't.
Yeah,
for me.
completely. Like, the National were doing a lot. They were adding a lot of like trumpets and horns and
I've got,
their
like,
brass section.
One of my picks later is maybe a good counterpoint to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about that at the time.
Don't blow
I
your
won't
loads.
egg it on. Anyway, shall we move on to the next track?
Yes, let's move on.
So my next track is completely different. It is Square Hammer by Ghost.
Yes.
Blackpink.
Something completely different from the National there.
It's so fucking good.
It's such
so
a good song. I absolutely love
love it.
Ghost. Yeah, no, that track is just brilliant on so many levels.
That's the definition of a banger.
It is an absolute.
Is it still cool to
it's-
say things are a banger?
Oh, it's an absolute banger,
it's a
but
fucking banger.
and like right, it's metal, but it's taken inspiration from pop in the best ways. It's a good hook. The guitar leads through the track and kind of hooks you back. Like, it's just the detailing is so good. Having like 2 drum kicks underneath bits in the verse just to highlight it. So after thunder with like drum kicks underneath it to really boost that kind of moment on. And then like the little links in the guitar between the vocal parts and the chorus. Oh, it's just great.
All I know is that I didn't like Ghost, right? And then you kept playing Square Hammer. And then I was sitting in the kitchen washing dishes going, are you on the square? Are you on the level? And then I was like, oh fuck, I like Ghost now, don't I?
Ghost are good. Now, I saw Ghost back in 2013.
Here we go.
One of Jamie's
Here we
best stories, best gig
Good
stories.
story comes out.
I know, I only heard like a couple tracks. This was way before this. Square Hammer is from the 2016 single Pop Star, which is probably my favourite kind of Ghost release. Apart from Prequel after it, because that's an absolute belter of an album as well. But anyway, back in 2013, I went to go see Ghost.
Cast your mind back to 2013.
Jägermeister were doing a tour with several big metal bands, and it was Ghosts, Gojira, and another band I can't remember. But I paid a $5, and it was one of the best gigs I've ever been to in my fucking
Good,
life.
inexpensive stuff.
I just remember Ghost on stage and all these, just everyone dancing.
Loads of drinks companies used to do that because I went on the Jack Daniel's Happy Birthday David Bowie experience that had like Charlene Spiteri doing a cover of I think it was Ashes to Ashes or something, and like the guy from the Beta Band, I can't remember his name, Steve Mason from the Beta Band, and Echo and the Bunnymen, who were just shit faced drunk on the free Jack Daniels. Those were the days.
I know, and that tour, it was a pound a drink, a pound a shot even, sorry, for
Yeah.
Jaeger. I showed 3 shot glasses as well.
Oh yeah, it was like £1.75 for a Jack and Ginger,
Oof.
and I was scunnering Jack and Gingers.
Anyway, Ghost.
Ghosts are good.
Yeah, and I think they really developed over time. Like the first couple albums were very much in that kind of rooted satanic, like religious imagery. And while that's still there in this, they've managed to kind of bring it forward so it's not just kind of Latin chants and stuff like that. It's a
The
bit
Latin
more
chants are
poppy.
the best, so like I would really appreciate if you did not deride the chanting.
Yeah, no, I just think that they are absolutely brilliant, but I would not pay £50 to go see them now, sadly. Would you?
Yeah, I would totally.
Oh,
I
jeez.
know, but like it's kind of like going to see like Lizzo or like something like that. It would be a total experience. Like you're not just paying to see. Like I totally get. See, paying £50 to go and see Interpol, who stand around in suits and just gun, right? They essentially gun. I've seen Interpol maybe 5 or 6 times, and each time they have gunned harder than the time before.
Aye.
And their wee suits, Paul Banks wears his sunglasses, he takes them off, he puts them back on. You know, so I'm not paying £50 for that. But I think with Ghost, it's like a pure experience, you
Look,
know?
Having seen them, would you pay £50 for it? They're no, like, trust me.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like they might be on stage in makeup and that, and they perform well. They're not super dynamic.
Okay.
Or they weren't when I saw them, at least.
Okay.
They weren't at a £50
Maybe
stage
they
at
are
that point.
now.
Maybe they've improved in that aspect too. But aye, it's a bit steep.
Do you
innit?
had to pay £50 to see
Yeah.
Rammstein?
Rammstein.
Please play the UK.
Aye.
And not just Cardiff.
Right. Next up is
Yes.
your second pick, Katie.
Ah, yes, it is.
Would you like to introduce your second pick?
I think my second pick is Damn These Vampires by the Mountain Goats.
Track 3.
Okay, so that was Mountain Goats. That was Damn These Vampires.
Very classic Mountain Goats sound
Yeah,
right there.
I like it. It's good, right?
It is just, what's his name, John...
I believe it's pronounced Darnell.
Yeah, John Darnell, just being very upset about something.
But today it's vampires.
Today it is vampires. Damn these vampires.
Of the emotional energy variety.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like the 2000s in my life were defined by the presence of the song No Children.
Yeah.
And
Off of Tallahassee.
Off of Tallahassee. Great song. It's one of those songs when you're depressed, you sing it every New Year.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a kind of like, go get 'em kids to remember not to kill yourself. Yeah, I feel like Damn These Vampires has a really similar energy.
Yeah, it has. It's bitter.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
and there's no emotion or feel that the Mountain Goats do better than the bitter.
Yeah, oh, that's completely...
And they are a fantastic bitter band.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It came off the album All Eternal's Deck
Yeah.
from 2011, by
Which
the way.
is cool, because it was supposed to be... It's a tarot deck
Oh,
that,
right.
he's envisaged.
I haven't listened to this album.
Yeah,
by the
no,
way.
I think it was their first one that came out in the decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like it. I think it's one of those songs where when you sing it, you can't help but commit to it. Like, damn these vampires.
Damn these vampires.
Yeah, I think that sense of commitment, you really, you get it big when you listen to the Mountain Goats. I saw them, I think, twice during the 2010s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw
I'm
them.
jealous of that.
Yeah, I saw them once at the Arches, and then another time at King Tut's, and like both times, I think at King Tut's they played Damn These Vampires, and I was there by myself because no one would come with me to see the Mountain Goats, and I was like, "Fuck all you guys, I'm gonna go."
Damn these vampires who won't buy Mountain Goats tickets and merchandise.
Damn these vampires and also my friends who have no taste. So yeah, you know when you're on, like, have you ever been on your own at a gig and you have this kind of like moment of profoundness, like, oh. Yeah, that was it
nice.
for me.
Nice.
It was good. Yeah, so like I feel like a lot of my choices are quite emotional compared to.
I think like what we went when we were picking our playlist for this, we were picking songs that really meant something to us.
Yeah.
And not necessarily just for like technical ability or that. We picked
Yeah.
songs that take us back to a period of time in our
Yeah,
lives.
totally.
And yeah, that's nice that.
Yeah,
that
like
that does.
I kind of whenever I listen to it, I do have this very clear memory of myself. By myself in King Tut's, just being like, yeah, damn these vampires, John.
Yeah.
Damn these fucking vampires.
I would love to see them.
Oh,
Like,
they're coming to
honestly.
Glasgow soon.
Are
we
they?
should go.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay,
We'll
cool. Well, that's just arranging future music dates.
yeah. So many gigs. Right, shall we move on?
Yeah, go for it.
My next pick is even more lo-fi than that.
Oh heck.
It's Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by Cigarettes After Sex. Track 4. That was Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by Cigarettes After Sex. Here on Smooth Jams Radio.
I aggressively know that.
Yeah, so that was Nothing's Gonna Hurt You Baby by
Yep.
Cigarettes After Sex off
It
their
was.
first EP released in 2012. I just love how unrelentingly lo-fi that is. It's
That is-
very, very chilled out, very ambient.
It's a bit sexy.
It's a wee bit sexy.
I'd say it's a big bit sexy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a sexy tune.
Yeah. It's just it's
You would
nice.
know sexy pie in the face about it.
I just think it's nice and chilled out. It's minimalist guitar. It's minimalism as a track.
Totally. Shoegaze. It's shoegaze.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it shoegaze.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's minimalism. Yeah. I like. To be fair, I associate shoegaze with bands like My Bloody Valentine, which is the
Yeah.
exact opposite. Is layering sounds over sounds over sounds.
Yeah.
Whereas that is polar opposite of that. Where it's probably still shoegaze, but it's about using as little instrumentation as you can possibly. I mean, like there's one beat throughout that entire track, and it's just a kick and a hi hat and a
Would have been
snare.
quicker for you to just call me an idiot.
I'm not calling you an idiot.
I'm just kidding.
But I am very minimal guitar and then the
Yeah.
keyboard kicking at the chorus to give it a bit more boost. This is the one that I was talking about earlier that I thought would be a good, counterpoint to the National.
And yeah, an antidote, if you will.
An
to
antidote,
the,
yeah. Whereas the
the
National's like very rousing
Yeah,
and
totally,
like the horns
totally.
come in to kind of kick up to a new gear. This is very just soothing.
It's very lo-fi and yeah.
We went to see them
Oh,
last
this is
year.
a tale.
Last year at Leith Theatre.
And it was terrific. Apart
yeah, and
from
the gig itself was, band were fantastic. They sound amazing live. Did a really good cover of Keep On Loving You
yeah,
by, who's that by?
I don't know.
REO Speedwagon.
There you go.
There we go. The crowd were fucking awful. It was just like people loudly talking over this, and like imagine listening to a song with somebody's like shouting next to you to their pal. This music's so sensual.
Like, yeah, that's the big
Genuine
takeaway.
quote, by the way.
That's the big takeaway I always remember. Just and these two people who were quite literally shagging.
Aye, in front of you.
Yeah.
So is that how you thought it was a bit sexy?
No, like no, but it is a bit.
Aye. I mean, they are.
You're getting some evil out of it now.
Shade noise inserted into the podcast.
Oh, please put the proper one in, because I just made an absolute arse of that.
I was gonna say they've got to keep up, like releasing good stuff. I can't believe that
Yeah.
song came out in 2012.
Yeah, when you said that, I was really surprised, and then I kind of remembered, what was that record shop up on the mound?
Coda.
We used to go into Coda when we started going out 4 years ago,
I know.
and you would be like, oh, I really want to buy this Cigarettes After Sex EP, it's only £7, but I don't want to spend £7 on an EP, and I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
How
And
times have changed, by the way. £20 for an EP, I no bother, sir.
Yeah, but like, you know, yeah, you were really...
Yeah.
Coda always had one copy of it.
Yeah, and
You
I
always
ended
had
up.
one copy of it.
I did buy that copy,
You did,
like
you did.
eventually, but I've been listening to that song
It took him 3.5 years waiting.
because I think I first heard that song in like 2014 or something. So actually getting to see them last year was a bit wild. I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, they're coming to play in my town, which is a bit random.
Yeah, like just down the road from us as well, which
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
It was ideal. Anyway, next track is Katie's pick.
So excited about this one, right? Okay. This is Same Drugs by Chance the Rapper. That was Chance the Rapper, Same Drugs.
Yeah, a fantastic pop song.
Yeah, really, really
Not to
good.
sound like you're there. A fantastic pop song.
Oh,
It's I,
beyond
Alan Partridge.
Pop songs. No, actually, yeah, I really struggled to pick a Chance the Rapper song because I do think that Colouring Book, which is the album that came off of,
From
and-
2016.
and Acid Rap are two of the absolute best albums of the decade. I cannot encourage anyone to listen to either of those albums enough because they are phenomenal, and it's your fault that I'm into Chance the Rapper
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
it is.
Really, really like him. And don't get me wrong, like he falls into all the traditional traps of
Hip hop, but like
Yeah.
that's 2010's hip hop.
Yeah, of
and
course,
there's been
yeah.
so many fantastic albums.
yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, because you were so close to picking something from Redbone as well.
Yeah, sorry, Redbone's the track.
Excuse me, sorry.
Awaken My Love.
Awaken My Love, thank you.
I was also very close to picking something off of Tyler the Creator's most recent album.
Yeah,
Igor.
that's such a good
Oh, no.
album.
Anyway,
Sorry, Chance the Rapper. So I love that song. I just think
it's
it's
fantastic.
a fantastic pop song.
Yeah,
it's just such a good song.
It mixes in its lyrics kind of, yearning, nostalgia, and thinly veiled Peter Pan references.
Yeah, when you told me it was about Peter Pan, it totally blew my mind. I did not realise.
See, I didn't either, right? And I would love to be like, yeah, no, I totally got that. God, another song with Peter Pan references. Nah, I was listening to it on Spotify and the Genius suggestion came up and I was like, oh fuck, that's with Peter Pan, eh?
Yeah.
Captain Hook, eh?
No, but it's totally obvious once you hear it. We were talking during that while the song was playing because we listened to the songs, and you were saying that you like the album version better. I like the single version with the female singer in it. I can't remember her name, which is terrible. But yeah, I like both versions.
I like both
just
versions,
think it's a
but
great song.
I prefer the album version, but it's because it's a bit more. It's not even stripped back, but it's I don't know, edited. I think that works better for me.
Yeah.
But I can see why. Maybe there's a list in different versions being better that we might cover at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah, no, I think the instrumentation in that track's brilliant. The strings kicking in at just the right times.
The
at the
guitar
end,
at the end.
yeah, that bedaloom, just to accentuate the ending
Yeah,
little vocal
yeah.
parts and stuff. It's great.
It's really good, and it's a really good little coda in the album as well,
Mm.
because the album, not to go into the whole depth of it, but the album is about Chance the Rapper had a kid and then turned to God. He's always been Christian, but he properly found God. And if you listen to Acid Rap and Colouring Book back to back, you can hear how his life has changed. And it's just phenomenal. It's such an uplifting album, and I think I read somewhere that it's the first gospel hip hop album to go to the charts, and you can totally hear it. But
Yeah.
it's such a good album. Chance the Rapper's fucking amazing, and Colouring Book's a great song.
I the chord sequences really remind me of Bowie-esque ones, not
yeah.
the dissonant kind of Aladdin Sane era, but I was trying to learn this in guitar at one point this year, and for some reason chord wise it reminds me of Life on Mars.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
aye, a little bit, just in the way, just in
And the
chords.
progressions,
Yeah, in
or?
the progressions. I'm not necessarily saying chords for that, and I could be off on that, but
Okay.
yeah, it gives me vibes of that.
Happy birthday, David Bowie.
Happy. Is it his birthday?
No, it was his birthday the other day.
Ah, well, happy birthday.
It's not his
Davo.
birthday because he's dead.
Aye, rest in peace. That's something we lost in the 2010s, and another track nearly made it on this list.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to my next pick, which is "Lonely Town" by Brandon Flowers. That was "Lonely Town" by Brandon Flowers of the 2015 album The Desired Effect. What a belter.
It's such a good pop song. It's just such a good pop song.
And yeah, this was from his first solo. No, I think it might be his second solo album yet. But
I couldn't tell you.
No, me neither. I remember it coming out. It was in between Killer's albums as well. I think they were maybe on a wee hiatus or something where
Right.
they were changing the style. And
Having
this
a
kind
wee-
of this
yeah,
kind
we
of
struggle and
right. Hot Fuss is very much influenced by indie pop of the time, indie
Yep.
rock of the time. Sorry, like Franz Ferdinand and stuff.
Yep.
But it was the same year, so.
yeah.
But you know what I mean, the scene.
Yeah.
And then Sam's Town, the second album came out, and you could hear the Bruce Springsteen influence creep
Yep.
in, and that kind of carried on over, and they kept making like good pop tunes after that.
Yeah.
But this is the first one where the proper 80s influence, the 80s pop influence
Yeah.
comes in.
You can totally hear it.
In that synthesizer use. And I think that song is an absolute lesson in how to use synthesizers and when to use them. And you can see that it carried on to the way the Killers went, with Wonderful Wonderful coming out a couple of years ago. And that's exactly how they've started to sound now, is
Yeah.
that kind of,
Synthy.
heavy
kinda-
synth way. And,
yeah.
we saw them
We
play
did.
Transmit,
We saw them
and
at
they were
Transmit.
a lot of fun.
Yep, they were indeed.
But
They
I
were
know just that song hits so many like great notes.
Yeah.
The kind of quiet start to it, and then when that bass kicks in, that bass synth, it's just so good, and like the little detailing and the different synthesizers at different points in the song where you're
Yeah.
like, yes, that's exactly what was needed there. Well done.
If I can just add,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's good. It's good. The rest of the album's alright. The other single was quite good as well. They sampled Small Town Boy by Bronski Beat.
Oh, it was that on that
Yeah,
album,
yeah.
right? Okay, because that was on the radio all the time.
Yeah, that one got way more airplay than
Yeah.
this one, sadly, because I think this is a better song overall, because that one relies too heavily on Small Town Boy being a fantastic track.
Okay, right. Well,
Um,
hot take.
oh yeah, no, it does. Small Town Boy is a fantastic
Oh, it's
track.
a fucking banger.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just such a good pop song. We used to cover it in the band. It was a lot of fun.
Oh.
I think that Brandon Flowers album is a bit underappreciated now. It
Yeah.
got some airplay at the time, but not necessarily.
I have a lot of time for Brandon Flowers. A lot
I-
of time for him.
He seems like an alright guy.
I don't even just mean as a person. I just
Like
mean musically.
musically,
Like
aye.
he seems to have. Brandon Flowers doesn't seem to worry about where he's branching out. He just
No, he
seems
just
to go
seems
there
to go there
and just try it. And if it works, if he throws shit at the wall, and if it sticks,
If it
good
sticks,
stuff. If
yeah.
it doesn't, whatever, throw something else.
I have to say, if you get the chance, go see the Killers
They were
live.
really good.
You can see his teeth from a fucking mile
Oh
off.
my god, they are the whitest
Big
teeth.
white American
Holy
gnashers.
mother.
You can tell they're from fucking Vegas. He came out in a gold lame suit at one
Yeah.
point. I was like, Jesus Christ.
But like, I'm not even that big a Killers fan. Like, I like the Killers just fine,
Hmm.
and that was a real event going
Aye.
to see them.
That was a great.
That was
like,
a great gig.
I mean, who else was there? Franz Ferdinand in Churches.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a day.
that was a great day.
Um,
yeah.
But aye, that was that song. Katie, now we're on to your last pick.
This is my last pick, and I'm really sorry about it because it's really obvious, and it is Sunday Day 13 by the Twilight Sad.
So that was Sunday Day 13 by the Twilight Sad off It Won't Be Like This All the Time from 2019.
Yes.
2019, Jesus. That album feels like it's been out a fucking decade.
It's probably because we've seen them 800 times.
Yeah, we've seen them literally 4 times.
4 times.
Four
It will
times.
be 5 in April.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, that's my fault, and I'm not sorry.
Yeah, actually, before we get on to talking about the track, if you see them playing in your town, I'm going to insist you go see them. Like, I was, saying go see the Killers, but, like, I insist you see the Twilight Sad.
It's really.
If I was there, I'd be
Yeah.
taking your card out your wallet and buying the tickets for you with
But
your
yeah.
card. Not my money, your money.
We can't afford to take you all to see
No.
the Twilight Sad.
Would love to, though.
We would, but my credit card is already monstrous.
Yeah.
So, I always really hesitate to put the Twilight Sad on things because they are the only band I've ever liked enough to tattoo on myself.
Yes.
They mean so much to me that I'm beginning to sound like a broken record.
The Twilight Sad are fantastic.
They're phenomenal.
Every album so far has been just great in its
Yeah.
own way, and they've all been very different,
Yeah.
and they evolve over
Yeah,
time.
they do. They
And
do.
I think especially it won't be like this all the time.
Yeah.
That album is phenomenal
That's a
from
phenomenal
start to
album.
finish.
It really is.
The Sunday Day 13 isn't my favourite track on the album,
Yeah.
but I see where you're coming from. with
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it's not mine either. My favourite track on the album is Auga Machina, but like...
yeah. Why'd you pick this then?
It's really difficult to explain. I was going to pick another Twilight Sad song, and then we realised that would be a better fit for a different episode. So, there's
Oh,
a wee bit
yeah.
of a,
Inside baseball.
wee bit of a cliffhanger. Keep you coming back. But yeah, so it's the one song on the album that I know where I was the first time I listened to it.
Mm.
I was in my car in traffic coming home from work on the M8, and I cried in my car.
Mm. That's not an unusual
That's
occurrence.
not an unusual occurrence. If you've ever cried, like if you ever need to cry, just do it in a car. It's a fucking great place to have a cry. But like, there's something about that song that's just so raw and emotional and perfect to me.
Yeah.
I don't throw that word around lightly. And I have so much time for the Twilight Sad. Their evolution has kind of run parallel to my own growing up and events in my life where I've needed music. You know, like the first time I left university, where I was politely asked not to come back. And just, you know, getting older, moving on in my life, moving up in my life, and they've always kind of been there for me. And when shit gets really bad, I know there's always music, and there's always the Twilight Sad, and I felt like I needed to pick a Twilight Sad song for my decade.
And it's very much a hopeful track. It won't be like this all the time.
Yeah, it won't be.
It won't be like this all the time.
And it also reintroduced me to the great Scottish phrase, shoot the crow,
Aye.
which means fuck off.
Aye. What a song, though.
It's a great song. It's a great song from a great album, from a great band, and I will pick the Twilight Side a lot over this podcast.
Yeah.
Jamie will probably have to tell me to stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna crack down on that
Please
point.
do.
But like honest, like music wise, it's very ambient.
Yeah.
Another great use of synthesizers, doing that kind of looping.
They're a great wall of sound band as well.
Yeah,
like-
especially on that album as well.
Yeah.
Like it really works as well.
Yeah, great musicians as well. Andy McFarlane's a phenomenal guitarist. James Graham's an incredible singer, phenomenal performer.
Yeah, like
The ghost of
Guys.
Ian Curtis
Oh, aye.
inhabits his soul in a way I have never quite seen before.
right. Let's be honest. I like the Twilight Sad, and Katie loves the Twilight Sad.
I adore the Twilight Sad.
So when I was a bit hesitant when we first went and go see them, but they were fantastic. You need to see them.
Yeah, they're the band that have defined my decade.
I came to them quite late on. So, 2014, I think I was the first time I ever heard them. But I would say, yeah, they are one of the most important bands of the decade. Easily.
Yeah, I mean for me, I don't want to
No,
be
no,
like,
in general, I
oh.
think they're one of the most
Oh, you
important
think?
bands of the
Oh,
decade.
well, okay. Yeah, because sometimes, do you know that way where you like a band so much you wonder if you're over egging the pudding kind of thing?
Yeah,
like,
no. I do think
Yeah.
that they are. And I think their influence will be heard later.
Yeah. Well, Robert Smith seems to like them, and if
Aye.
Robert Smith thinks they're cool, everyone should think they're cool.
Cool.
And he hates the monarchy, so
Yeah. Yeah.
and thinks Morrissey's a cunt.
Yeah, he's right on both those fronts. Okay, let's go to my last
Let's go
pick.
to your last pick.
If you thought that was obvious for Katie, then this one will very much be obvious for me. It is I Appear Missing by Queens of the Stone Age. Thank you! That was I Appear Missing off of 2013's Like Clockwork by Queens of the Stone Age.
Yes.
Now, that album, never mind song, is a fucking masterpiece. It kind of came at a point where Queens of the Stone Age had been on hiatus for a long time. Josh Homme had gone off and done Them Crooked Vultures with Dave Grohl and John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin. And then there was just a break with him creating music. He also did Eagles of Death Metal at
Yep.
that point as well.
Of course.
But he actually spent a lot of time in hospital. He was seriously ill
Yeah.
for a long time following that album.
Was he okay?
No. He nearly died.
Oh, God.
Which is what a lot of the lyrics on this album were about. And I think
Right.
it's a turning point for Queens of the Stone Age lyrically, because it started covering more personal topics rather than the abstract.
Sure.
And I think that album was them at their strongest lyrically. Whereas their most recent album was like a reaction to it, because that album is very dark.
Right.
Very existential, questioning, kind of just dour
Right.
and bleak.
Right.
The most recent album is kind of like, I've moved on then.
Sure.
Life can be fun again. But like, looking at the lyrics on that alone, so I'm going to read.
Oh,
read-
right, okay.
read from
A
the
dramatic reading of Queens of the Stone Age.
Calling all comas, prisoner on the loose, description, a spitting image of me, except for a heart-shaped hole where the hope runs out. Shock me awake, tear me apart, pinned like a note in a hospital gown. Prison of sleep, deepened now, a rabbit hole never to be found again. Yeah, he spent all that time thinking he was never going to get back out of hospital.
Right.
So it was a lot of just spiralling depression.
Sure, yeah.
And yeah, you can feel the anxiety in that
Yeah,
track.
you can.
And like musically, I think they're on top of their game. Alex Turner doing the intro, guitar-wise as well, from the Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, because he produced one of their albums, didn't he?
Josh Homme produced Arctic Monkeys' third album,
Right.
which is not liked at all for some reason. I like it, but then it's because it sounds like a Queens of the Stone Age album, so
There you go then.
that's why I like it. Yeah, what did you think?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry I can't provide a more nuanced description of the song than I like it. Yeah, I think it's kind of atypical of the stuff that Queens of the Stone Age do that I like.
It's yeah, because you like they're more kind of upbeat.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. Like, I like 3s and 7s. I like 666.
Up tempo.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Rather than upbeat.
A lot of their stuff's on my gym playlist.
Yeah.
Because I'm lifting like, yeah. But yeah, I think it's a poppier direction than that, which I like.
Aye, that
You
album.
looked at me like I just sworn at you there.
Because I agree and I disagree.
Right.
I think that album is poppier than what they did before.
Sure.
Not as poppy as they've become now with Mark Ronson producing, which
No,
is.
but
But like, I
Mark-
like that. I
yeah.
think he's a good musician.
Mark
anyway.
Ronson takes everyone.
Aye, poppier.
Oh yeah.
Although he kept it kind of rock for Queens of the Stone Age. Before that album came out, it'd been a long time since Queens had released music.
Yeah.
And I remember the singles getting released. I think this might have been the first single
Sure.
released off the album. I could be wrong. It was either the first or the last.
Right.
And me just going, God damn. Like,
Was that a
immediately.
good goddamn? Or
Yeah,
like
I was like, fucking hell, this is fantastic. And the album features like lots of other musical
Yeah.
guests all over it, like Jake Shears from the
Love
Sister
him.
Sisters. Elton John plays piano on it.
Cool.
Like a bunch of people just show up on that album.
Right, big Hercules.
Aye.
Hercules?
Hercules.
Oh, his middle name's Hercules.
Yeah.
It's Elton Hercules John.
Aye, that's
But
it.
I went for Hercules. So he's now Hercules.
Hercules.
Sorry.
Sadly, when I saw them live, they played every track off the album, bar this one, my favourite, Raging. Yeah, no, I think that track is, like, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like, I find it difficult to vocalise what I like about it. It's not typical Queens of Stone Age because the guitar isn't the lead focus.
Yeah.
Although, like, it adds, like, brilliant things, like, at the end, and, like, descending kind of crescendo at the end of it, where he is just playing little descending sequences, but
Yeah.
he's using a loop pedal, not a loop pedal, sorry, a whammy pedal to put it, like, an octave up, so it's really high-pitched. He might be harmonising it as an octave up. But anyway, that really kind of works and adds to it, and, like, adds the feeling of falling, because that track feels like you're falling, I think.
Yeah, it kind of does feel like you're like kind of falling down like a depressive spiral kind of
Aye.
thing. Like it feels like a lot of time with my anxiety, I feel like I'm trapped underwater, and I get that big sense from that.
I feel that track, a lot of the video is like, because once you see the video, I think you can't get out of your head when you're
Yeah.
thinking it is. A lot of it is like this body bandaged, floating, and then falling towards the end.
Right.
Yeah, especially that ending, like where it all kind of ramps up that
Yeah.
and properly feels like it's, everything's dropping.
I think as well, something really interesting. There's a lot of false endings in that song.
Yes, and
An
then it
awful
kicks back
lot
in.
of false endings. And that must be kind of like indicative of the kind of hospital process. Like you
Aye.
feel like there's a light and then the light comes off,
Aye.
and like constant feeling of it just starting over and over again when you're not quite sure whether you're going to get out or not.
Aye. Yeah, it's that kind of like being dragged back into the track
Yeah, exactly.
every single time.
Yeah.
And the single mix, I think, was different.
Okay.
But the single mix of all of the tracks that released the single were very different. I think for the second single, it was a track called Colopsia. They reduced it from 9 minutes to a minute and a half for the single.
Oh wow, that's a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, very different tracks because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just love Like Clockwork.
Good.
It's a fantastic album,
Right.
and that's a fantastic song. Anyway,
So
that was our picks.
I sat. Go home.
Our favourites from the 2010s. Next time, we're looking at movie tunes. Not scoring, songs that are in movies. Now, they can be good, they can be bad, they just need to be worth talking about. Why don't you let us know your picks for that list? We'll see if we have any matching for next time. Tweet us at 8 Tracks Podcast, or, comment on this YouTube video.
Is that the number 8?
Yes, it is
Or
the number.
digit?
8.
The word 8?
No, the number.
Okay.
Why do you say number or digits? It's the same fucking thing. Jesus Christ,
I
confuse
had
people.
a stroke, I'm sorry.
Number 8 Tracks podcast.
Is that the digit?
No, it's not. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Tell your mum you love her.